I scream, but nobody listens. If I had arms, I could kill myself. If I had legs, I could run away. If I had a voice, I could talk and be some kind of company for myself. I could yell, but nobody could help me. I'm just stuck. How can life go on like this? If you want to make an anti-war film, show the audience what war really is. The number one comment on a very popular song you have definitely heard of, Metallica's One. It's a 7-minute and 44-second masterpiece, produced and recorded by the band in 1988 on their album Justice for All. One was written by James Hetfield and Lars Ulrich. It is the first song Metallica made to chart. Hit number 35, as well as being number 1 in Finland. Now, Metallica has a lot of albums and plenty of songs, but what about this song makes it so good and so memorable? And why is the dark history going to make this song so much better for you the next time you listen to it and make the song mean more? It goes a lot deeper than you think. Let me show and tell you why. Let's just begin by going over the music video of the song, as well as some of the keynotes you may have missed just by listening on Spotify or the radio. The entire video is shot mostly in black and white. It was made by director Bill Pope and Michael Salomon. For the first 20 seconds of the film, we hear gunshots, airplane, men shouting, simply just the sound of war. A lot of the scenes from this music video is from a 1971 film called Johnny Got His Gun, which is an adaptation of a 1939 book. So a little fun fact, the band got tired of paying royalties to the film, so they ended up just purchasing the whole rights of the movie. Just a little side note, for contingency's sake, Joe is the main character of the video and also the main character of the film. Joe, main character of the movie. James, singer of Metallica. Cool? Cool. 22 seconds in the video, we hear the guitar slowly ramp up and a shot of 3 doctors appears on the screen. The doctor in the middle says, "The cerebrum has suffered massive and irreparable damage. I wonder what happened to him." The doctor on the left replies, "We'll never know." The man in the middle says, "If I had not occurred to this, I would not have permitted him to live." So obviously the patient is in a pretty dire state. The doctor is saying if he knew this was going to happen, he wouldn't have let the guy live, pretty much. 40 seconds in, we see a man with his face covered, completely covered. From here down, it's a white mask. Audio overlapping him states, "Father, I need help." A few seconds later, we see a conversation between a young man and his father where the son asks, "What is democracy?" Well, the father replies, "It's got something to do with young men killing each other." The boy then asks, "Well, when it's my turn, do you want me to go?" The father, stone-faced, says, "For democracy, any man would send his only begotten son." The next 20-ish seconds of the video, we see Joe waving goodbye to his girlfriend and leaving to join the war effort. After this, we see a rotating image of a hospital bed. So a lot has happened so far. We're only a minute and a half in. Please, please, please go get some water. Get hydrated. This is a doozy, to say the least. Next, we hear an audio clip of Joe saying, "I don't know if I'm alive and dreaming or dead and remembering. How could you possibly know when you can't tell if you're awake or you're asleep?" And then a minute 48 seconds in, we hear James Hetfield saying, "Can't remember anything. Can't tell if this is true or a dream. Deep down inside, I feel to scream. This terrible silence stops me." The song continues. "Now that the war is through with me, I'm waking up. I cannot see that there's not much left of me. Nothing is real but pain now." The song tempo ramps up as James continues to sing, "Hold my breath as I wish for death. Oh, please, God, wake me." As soon as this verse is over, we see a nurse attending Joe and an audio clip of him saying, "They just went ahead and chopped up everything. Oh, God, please make them hear me. They won't listen. They won't hear me. Please hear me." Now, let me explain to you why these lyrics are so impactful. It's genuinely disturbing. The tragedy of this is Joe is a soldier in World War I who stepped on a landmine And in that one wrong step, he lost his limbs, his jaw, his hearing, his eyes, unable to speak, unable to hear. He has nothing but darkness and the unending pain. Now, knowing this information, I want to ask you to perhaps close your eyes to understand what Joe saw. Nothingness. Now paint the images in your own head of what Joe must have been feeling as the song continues. Back in the womb, it's too real. It pumps life that I must feel, but can't look forward to reveal. Look to the time when I'll live, fed through the tube that sticks in me, just like a wartime novelty, tied to the machines that make me be. Cut this life off for me. I mean, this guy is miserable. He wants to die. Imagine nothingness forever. The tempo continues to rise as James sings, "Hold my breath as I wish for death. Oh, please God, wake me." Joe is begging, pleading God to stop the endless cycle. We see more shots of Joe in his hospital bed, between alternating a guitar solo, moving his head violently at points, almost like twitching his head. Just twitching his head. This audio clips of arguments within his now broken mind saying, "Please, I can't live like this. I can't." Multiple voices, perhaps his consciousness, replying, "You will always be like this." As Joe continues to plea, "I can't. Please, I can't. Nobody can listen. Someone please help me."
Will always be like this. I can't live like this. I can't. Please no.
What so tragically, beautifully correlates to the beginning of the video when he's asking his father for help. This time he says, "Mother, Mother, are you there?" The song is now picked up, transformed into something more aggressive and loud as James belts, "Now the world is gone, I'm just one. Oh God, help me. Hold my breath as I wish for death. Oh God, please help me. Hold my breath as I wish for death." Let's let that sink in. 4 minutes into the video, we see something that's odd. It doesn't really fit the picture of what we've seen so far at all, really. But a closer look, it looks to be some kind of circus show, some kind of carny. And on the carny, if you look closely, it is a man trotting with a horse, and he has a coffin. On the coffin, it says Joe, as in Joe Bonham, the main character's name. The caption says, "Joe Bonham, basket case," as the carny tries to tell a forewarning tale of war. 4 minutes, 23 seconds in now. The music ramps up, drums heavier, faster, more aggressive, alternating shots of trenches and the drummer of the band playing. Joe says, "Father, I need help. I'm in terrible trouble and I need help." And his father replies again, "Don't you remember the wiregraph when I taught you Morse code when you were little?" Joe continues to bang his head, and this nurse is watching, noticing something's a little off by the banging. The band continues to sing, "Darkness imprisoning me, all that I see, absolute horror. I cannot live, I cannot die, trapped in myself, body my holding cell." The nurse looks puzzled, and then we see a shot right after of surrounding military members. Realizing it's a Morse code, one soldier tells his commanding officer, "It's Morse code." "For what?" the CO replies, "SOS, help." Immediately after, James then reveals in the song what the meaning of the song is. "Landmine has taken my sight, taken my speech, taken my hearing, taking my arms, taking my legs, taken my soul, left me with life in hell." Joe then says, "Kill me," in Morse code. Though, if you could just for a second imagine nothingness, forever, nothingness at all. So, for example, if a blind person closes their eyes and you close your eyes, you see black. A blind person doesn't see that, they see nothing. At the end of the film, Joe tries to communicate with his doctors by banging his head against his pillow in Morse code, spelling out help. He requests for the army to put him in a glass coffin in a freak show as a demonstration of the horrors of war. When he's told that it's against regulations, He responds by repeatedly begging to be euthanized or killed. He ultimately realizes that the army cannot grant either wish and will leave him in a state of living death. Living death. Living nothingness. The sympathetic nurse attempts to kill Joe by clamping his tube. Her supervisor stops her before Joe can die. Joe realizes that he will be forced to live out the rest of his natural life in a state of entrapment and is left alone, weakly chanting, SOS, help me. So, a very tragic tale. I never knew that this song was as deep as it was. This was just a song I used to listen to when I pumped weights and wanted to get jacked. But now, it's this new perspective. It kind of shows the genius of Metallica, just as a band in general. This is an amazing song with a historically rich background. I couldn't ask for more. It's just a great story. If you want to make an anti-war film, show the audience what war truly is. Real quick, before you go, this is a new type of content for me. I want to get more into kind of like dark, disturbing stuff. As dumb as that sounds, it's kind of what I'm into in my personal life. I get away from the kind of like the gaming side of things and maybe appeal to a broader audience on YouTube. So if you like that, then hey, like, subscribe. Also, I stream on Twitch where I play games and all that fun stuff. Yeah, have a great day. Bye.